Welcome to my channel Innovative and myself Lalita, and please subscribe my channel for more updates. In this tutorial, I am going to explain about keywords and identifiers in C programming. Before going to the topic, I would like to explain about some basic things. In C programming, we use alphabets, digits and white space characters and special characters. So in alphabets, we use uppercase and lowercase letters as a variables and functions. We use 0 to 9 digits, and these are the special characters we are using in C programming. And white space characters is nothing but blank space, new line and horizontal tab and carries written and form feed. And now keywords in C programming. At first, what is keywords? Keywords is a predefined reserved words used in programming that has special meanings to the compilers. Keywords are the part of the syntaxes and they cannot be used as identifiers. For example, int money. Here, int is a keyword that indicates money, and money is a variable of a type of integer int. And C is a case sensitive language and all keywords must be written in lower case. And here is a list of keywords allowed in ANSI in C. ANSI means American National Standard Institute. And these are the keywords in C programming. And now I will explain all these keywords briefly. First, auto. The keyword auto means automatic variable. We see the example for automatic variables. Auto int variable 1. Here in this statement, the variable 1 is a variable of storage class into a class. The variable 1 is a variable of storage class auto and type int. A variable declares within the function of bodies are automatic by default. They are recreated each time a function is executed. Since automatic variables are local to a function, they are called local variables. I will explain local variables and different type of variables in another session. And we have different type of variables like local variables, global variables and statics, and all this I will explain in next tutorial. And next one is break and continue. In this break and continue, this is the syntax for break statement, break, and this is the syntax for continue is continue. And what is break? The break statement ends the loop immediately when it is encountered. And in this break statement is almost and always used with the if-else statements inside the loop. And the C statement skips the current iteration of the loop and continues with the next iteration. And this is the syntax for the continue. And in this continue statement is also and in this continue statement is almost and always used with the if-else statement. And these are the example for break and continue. First we take for loop. In this, one is assigned within I, and see this expression I is less than or equal to 10 and post increment I, and if I equal to 3 and it continues, the statement comes into effect and skips the 3. If I equal to 7, then the break statement comes into effect and terminates for loop. So then we get the one output has 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Because the continue statement skips the 3 and break statement will terminate the term 7. So that's why we get the output like 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And next one is switch, case and default. And this is the syntax for the switch, case and default. And how does this switch case default statement will works means, in this expression it evaluates once the compared with the values of each case label. If there is a match, then the corresponding statements after the matching labels are executed. Now see this. If the values of this expression is equal to the constant 2, then the statement after this case 2 is let's see this syntax: switch, case and default. If there is a match, the corresponding statements after the matching labels are executed. If the value of expression is equals to constant 2, the statements after the case constant 2 are executed until the break is encountered. If there is no match, then the default statement is executed. If we do not use this break statement, means all the statements after matching labels are executed. By the way, the default clauses inside the switch statement is optional. And this is the example for the switch, case and default. Switch and expression, and it compiles case 1, some statements to execute when 1, or it's break. Case 5, some statement to execute when 5, or else it's break. Default. In this switch case default statement, we use if condition also. Char. The keyword char declares a character variable. So these are the example for char. The char alphabet. So here alphabet is a character type variable. And next one is constant. So an identifier can be declared constant by using this constant keywords. So these are the example for constant. So constant int a equal to 5. And next one is while loop. So these are the syntax for while loop. So while loop. The while loop evaluates the test expressions inside this parentheses. So if the test expression is true, then the statement inside the body, the while loop, are executed. Then the test expression is evaluated again. The process goes on until the test expression is evaluated to false. If the test expression is false, the loop terminates, means ends. And this is the flowchart for while loop. First, test expression. It executes true, means then it goes to while loop body, and again it goes to test expression. If the test expression is false, then it terminates. Next one is do while loop. These are the syntax for do while loop. And do while loop, the body of the do while loop is executed once, and the test expression is evaluated. If the test expression is true, the body of the loop is executed again, and the test expression is evaluated. This process goes until when the test expression becomes false. If the test expression is false, then the loop is ends. And this is the flowchart for do while loop. First, do while loop body, and after that it test expression. If it is true, it sends to while loop. If it is false, it terminates. And next one is double and float. The keywords double and float are used for declaring the floating type variables. These are the example for double and float. Float number, double long number. Here the number is a single precision floating type variables. So long number is a double precision floating type variable. And next one is if and else. In C programming, if and else are used to make decisions, and this is the example for if and else. Let's see this. If expression I equal to 1, then print f I is 1 or else printf I is not 1. If the value of the I is other than 1, then the output will be 1 is not 1. And next one is enum. The keyword enum means enumeration type. The enumeration type are declared in C programming using keyword enum. And this is the example for enumeration type. So here an enumeration variable suit is created having tags hearts, spades, clubs, diamonds. In C programming we have 3 loops. One is for, while loop and do while loop. We already discussed about while loop and do while loop. And let's see for. And this is the example for for. So for expression I equal to 0, I less than 9, post increment I. So print f percentage d. Percentage d means this is an int. The format specific symbols. This is percentage d I. For this we get output has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 8 because I less than 9. And next one is go to. The go to statement is used to transfer control of program to the specified labels. And this is the syntax for the go to. Go to label, some body expression, label, and again statement. Here the label is identifier. When the go to statement is encountered, the control of the program jumps to label and starts executing the code. And now go to statement is not using much because of this buggy and hard to follow. So if you think the use of this go to statement simplifies your program, means you can use it. That being said to be rarely useful and can create any C programming without using this go to altogether. And next one is integer. In this int keyword is used to declare the integer type variables, and this is the example for int count. Here count is an integer variable. And next one is short, long, signed and unsigned. So all these keywords are type modifiers that alters the meaning of the basic data types to yield a new types. So this is the examples for the short, long, signed and unsigned. Short in small integer, long in big integer, signed in normal integer, unsigned in positive integer. And these are the ranges for int type data types. So data types, these are the data types and these are the ranges. So short int means this one. So all these are ranges for int type data types. So next one is return. So the return keyword terminates the function and returns the value. And this is the example for return. Int function. So int b equal to 5 and return b. So this function func brackets, this returns the 5. It is a calling function. And next one is size of. The size of keyword evaluates the size of data, a variables or a constant. And this is the example for size of. Let's see this. Hash include stdio.h. Int main, open brackets, print f, percentage c bytes. I already said this, format specifics. So the size of character. So the character we define has percentage c. Int means percentage d. Like that we have so many things. I will explain at next tutorials. And close brackets. In this, the character has the character, it has range is 1 byte. So we get the output as 1 byte. So usually we have so many things like int has 4 bytes. Like this way we have so many things. I will explain it. So at present we see the example for size of. So size of will declares about the size of these variables and the constants. So the size of the character is 1 byte. And next one is register. And register keyword creates the register variables which are much faster than normal variables. And this is the example for register int variable 1. And next one is static. The static keywords creates a static variables. The value of the static variable persists until the end of the program. So this is the example for static in variable. So next one is structure. So the structure keyword is used to declare a structure. A structure can hold variables of different types under a single name. I already explained this structure in before tutorial. The structure means it is different type of different data types under a single name. And this is the example for structure. Let's see this. Structure student, open bracket, character name, float marks, int age. So we have different types, character, float, int are the data types, different type of data types. And next one is typedef. The typedef keyword is used in clear and detailed manner, associate a type with an identifier. And this is the example for type.